Who will survive America? That is the question. As we get ready to head into Project 2025, the new Project 2025. When you are frightened and confused, which way will you choose? As we get ready to wrestle with racism. I don't plan on being up here long, but it was a few things that I'm obligated to say because WWE Crown Jewel 2024 just ended. How did American Negroes fare out? That's going to be discovered. I'm also going to discuss a couple of things when it comes down to AEW, as we have new AEW Tag Team Champions in Private Party. So, welcome to a quick edition of Wrestling with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. WWE Crown Jewel just went off about an hour ago, hour and a half ago. I went on a couple of spaces and had a couple of conversations with a couple of people that got a clear understanding on certain things. It's a lot of American Negroes that's starting to wake up and see what is going on. It's a lot of American Negroes that are starting to wake up and see that there is a trend going on. It's a lot of American Negroes that are waking up to see that there is a trend going on, not just in AEW, but in the WWE specifically. That trend is pandering. But one trend that the WWE outright refused to break is having American Negro men successful in WWE PLEs. We are still being featured with just one, if none, if any, excuse me, at all. Carmelo Hayes was just in a triple threat match with LA Knight defending his United States Championship against Andrade, which is a Mexican. And they had a pretty damn good match. And Carmelo Hayes took the pin. You know, they had this 1, 2, maybe 3 month feud between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. They had pretty much with unofficial best of seven series match, where the seventh match ended in a draw. And how do you reward these two who had a pretty damn good feud throughout these last few months? You give them a United States Championship match, and both of them lose. You know, I probably would have been fine with Andrade if he had won. But what was the point of this feud? And what do you do with Andrade? And what do you do with Carmelo Hayes? Do they have an eighth match to get a definitive winner? You would have thought that this would have been the opportunity to have a definitive winner. Instead, you have two definitive losers out of two. And the white man is the one that comes out on top. White supremacy. You know, LA Knight, not really shit. People get caught up by his catchphrase. Yeah, 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 yeah. I could say that 100,000 fucking times. This man don't bring nothing in the ring that make me want to be like he should be the WWE United States champion right now. He's lost steam. And we could credit that to Triple H's booking. The only black American Negro on the program, and you have him take the loss. Did the WWE make up for it? Did they make us satisfied about this? Time will tell. Let's see what they do with Carmelo after this. Now that he's away from Andrade. Now, I understand they were getting ready to elevate him to move on to AJ Styles. That may have been the plan for this match or for this program. AJ Styles got injured because he's old. But since he's a white, he still have a job. White folk called Bobby Lashley owed. But the WWE did not have an issue getting rid of Bobby Lashley. The WWE did not have an issue getting rid of Shelton Benjamin. And I'm going to talk about them. So, but I like that WWE post show. And you got Sheamus, old ass, who's about the same age as Bobby Lashley, give or take a year. He's happily with a new 5-year contract sitting there on a WWE post show in Saudi Arabia, getting a bonus check. Something that only one American Negro male received. WWE chose to pander to us because American Negroes were making noise about the lack of Black American talent on these WWE PLEs. When you consider that WWE Bad Blood was last month, and there was not a single American Negro wrestling on the entire program. When you consider the fact that you had WWE SummerSlam just a couple of months ago in August, and there was not a single American Negro wrestling on the entire program. And that is crazy because that is the second or third biggest PLE, pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, in WWE history. And not a single American Negro wrestled on the program. How long before that translate down to WrestleMania? And you better know it's coming. You better know that it's coming. So, what else did American Negroes do on WWE, the WWE PLE? Were they available? Yes. You had Bianca Belair and the Jamaican Jade Cargill defend their WWE Tag Team Championships against Doudrop and whoever her partner is. And they were pretty good. I mean, Doudrop big ass was all over the motherfucking place. Her partner seemed lost, confused, and stupid, but that just may be her gimmick. You know, if it ain't, then y'all can figure that out. It's too many whites in the WWE anyway. Let her go. And then you had Elio Sky and Kyrie Singh and the Japs. Those two equally did a botch. And I'm going to speak on that in 1 second. But you had them against Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, who showed their ass tonight. These women are ready. These women are ready. And as a tag team, they work well together. They work well together. I was amazed at what I seen tonight. I mean, Lash Legend is a powerhouse. You know, white folk call Jade Cargill a powerhouse, and she is. Bianca Belair is a powerhouse. Lash Legend is another authentic powerhouse. And she showed that tonight. And Jakara Jackson showed her athleticism, her skill, and her charisma tonight. I believe that both of them could have successful careers separately as well as together. But right now, I like them as a tag team, and I want to see them continue to team as they move forward. They should be the WWE Women's Champion no later, tag team champions, no later than WrestleMania. Oh, we're going to check the sincerity. The key is checking sincerity. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. You know, Jade Cargill didn't have any botches tonight. The match was solid. I enjoyed the match all the way around. I think everybody did well in their role. And Bianca and Jade Cargill won to continue their thing. I've noticed that Corey Graves kind of scented that they could possibly break up soon. Just planting seeds and stuff. And we know that it's coming soon. But it's the WWE. How long is the WWE willing to invest in the Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill feud? And what are they going to do with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill separately after their feud ultimately ends? Time will tell. We're going to keep an eye on it. Because I got white folk and handkerchief head pecker Tom Negress like Ronald, who came back around lately, stalking me. And you could go through his page. I muted this guy about 3-4 days ago, and this son of a bitch, excuse me, he is a son of a bitch, but he's a bitch himself. You go through his shit, and all you see is non-crackers at all. Non-crackers at all. Non-crackers at all. Non-crackers at all. No original post on his own. He has no opinion about anything in life on his own. And he chooses to constantly, remind you, this cat made like 4 or 5 different pages, continuously retweeting things and tagging people and saying this, that, and the other. I invited this bitch up here because I got a special treat for this motherfucker. Whenever you're ready. You can bring that African booty scratching bitch, Kiwi Bride, up with you as well. You know, got a special treat for her ass. A very special treat for her. But you got, this cat that came back around stalking me and shit. And he keep asking these questions. Well, when they give people success, is that racism? If they or is it pandering when they give it to them, or is it or is it racism? Which one is it? And I'm going to answer you with this: time will tell. When you look at the parameters of the situation of all of these so-called American Negroes getting success at one time, all of a sudden, out the blue, when these conversations ramp the fuck up. I mean, think about it. Why did they pull Last Legend and Jakara Jackson all the way down from NXT to bring them onto a WWE PLE? Why? Why? But we gonna see where they move on with them. Street Profits. They still weren't on the pay-per-view. What the hell are they going to do with Street Profits? Are they going to break them up? What happened a couple of weeks ago with the New Day? I don't see nobody talking about them breaking up no more. Are they still wrestling on Raw? Are they still teasing to break up? What's going on? It seems like they were pandering to us at the time, and when you check the sincerity a few weeks later, they are non existent. It makes me believe that they were scrambling and pandering. So there's that. You got AEW. You know, AEW could ruin the wet dream. You know, white folks sitting up here telling me that AEW is sincere about Private Party, a team who they all of a sudden, after 5 long years, want to do something with. They didn't do shit with them all year, and they get one tag team title match, and all of a sudden they're tag team champions. And the W, and they want to ruin it because the Young Bucks are injured. The Young Bucks are taking time off. So if they weren't injured and if they didn't plan on taking any time off, would they be the AEW Tag Team Champions or even next in line for it? It just seemed to be perfect timing. But hey, let's check the sincerity of it 6 months from now. Let's check their tag team title reign See what type of contenders they have. See what position they're being put on the card. See if they're going to be on these pay-per-views coming up, these next couple of pay-per-views coming up, whether they are still champions or not. Or if they break up, are they going to have individual success or not? See, we have to check the sincerity. Every time you see that the WWE or AEW do something in the favor of American Negroes, you got to look at it with the side eye because nothing is sincere and nothing is genuine. And then you got Bobby Lashley, the Hispanic, the Panamanian, coming into AEW, feuding with the darkest man he could find. Same thing with Shelton Benjamin, feuding with the darkest man he could find. MVP, feuding with the darkest man that he could find. You got Shane Taylor Promotions teaming up with the infantry, pandering. And if it's not pandering, then how far are you willing to take these people as a group? How far are you willing to invest into Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin and Swerve Strickland? And are you going to make Swerve Strickland a contender again? Are you going to make Bobby Lashley a contender? Are you going to make Leo Rush a contender? What are you going to do with these people 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now? You can put a title on somebody's waist right now, but will they be an integral part of your organization moving forward? Or are you going to continue to pander? Oh, we're going to check the sincerity of it. Rasslin with Racism is on your ass. And Death is facing Tony Khan's mother and is facing Triple H's parents. True Death. They're on their way out the door. So which way do you want it? Positively or negatively? As we continue to wrestle with racism, I'm going to get ready to cut this right here. But I'm going to let you know that we all have to look out for one another as a family. Look after yourself as an individual and one another as a family. And as our ancestor, Frankie Beverly, plainly stated, we are one. And that's the way it is.